Ocean Discovery. For beluga whales and Pacific white-tailed dolphins. Here at Beluga Stadium, here at SeaWorld, we have the pleasure to work with these incredible animals. Whether it's our graceful and majestic beluga whales or our poised and powerful Pacific white-tailed dolphins, each of our amazing animals are truly one of a kind. And today we are thrilled to introduce you to our pod of 10 beluga whales. Our whales range in age from our youngest beluga cat named Ruick, who is only 10 months old, all the way to our adult whales like Martha, Chrissy, and Eduard, who are well within their 30s. When looking at our whales, you might notice several of the unique adaptations, setting them apart from other common whale or dolphin species. Firstly is their coloration. Belugas are born a dark gray color. This is called camouflage. It allows them to blend into the running shadow and go undetected by predators and prey. As they age, they become a brighter shade of white, allowing them to blend in amongst the ice floes and ice caps in the subarctic environment. You might also notice beluga whales do not have a dorsal fin. This is common to most whale or dolphin species. Instead, they have a dorsal ridge. This serves several purposes. First, the lack of a dorsal fin gives them a low profile, enabling them to swim and drift into the ice floes and go unprotected by predators and prey. Belugas are different from other species of whales in that their neck vertebrae are not fused. Belugas can move their heads up and down side to side. This allows these incredible animals to pick up food from the ocean floor. Another very distinguishing characteristic of beluga whales is their large round forehead. This is called the melon. The melon is an organ used for echolocation. These whales can move and shape this organ to improve the direction and frequency of their echolocation beat, making it easier to find food and navigate the murky waters. My favorite fact about these animals is that they're nicknamed the canaries of the sea, due to the wide variety of sounds they can make. Let's see if some of our whales can demonstrate those sounds for you today. All of these vocalizations came from their blowhole, located directly behind their heads. Whales and dolphins do not have vocal cords. In fact, they cannot breathe from their mouth either. This unique location of the blowhole allows these animals to breathe without lifting their heads above water, making them more efficient swimmers and hunters. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for some of our beluga whales. Engaging in our animals physically and mentally helps us provide the best possible care. Through this care, we can build bonds and relationships that last a lifetime. While our animals seem to be natural athletes, it's our mutual love of play that helps us build stronger connections between us. Over the past 60 years, SeaWorld has discovered that through their play leads to our discoveries. We can make these discoveries during segments of time that we spend together, known as sessions. The most important sessions we have with our animals are called relationship sessions. During this time, we can utilize all positive reinforcement techniques to build better trust between an animal and trainer. Now, our animals and trainers will give you just a glimpse on how special these relationships can truly be. Did you know all SeaWorld parks are accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums? These rigorous and scientifically based standards examine our entire operation, including animal welfare, veterinary care, conservation efforts, and education level. It is the highest accreditation that any zoo or aquarium can receive, and something we are very proud to hold. Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen some of our parks, you've seen some of our amazing presentations, and seen some of our amazing animals with some pretty incredible behaviors. But our most important behaviors are called our husbandry behaviors. Those are behaviors when our animals voluntarily participate in their own home care. We can get simple things like a blood sample or even an ultrasound. Just in a few moments, everybody's got to get a special inside look on how we train our coolest behavior, our bow behavior. Here to tell you more about our animals and how we train animals in our care is Trainer Molly.
Thank you so much, Isai. Hello, everyone. Just like Isai mentioned, we're going to give you all a behind-the-scenes look at how we train all of our animals here at SeaWorld. And we use a process called operant conditioning and positive reinforcement. So essentially, we're going to draw a lot of attention to behaviors that we like to see more often. Now today, like Isai said, we are training a behavior called the center bow. So when this behavior is complete, the animal will be sent from the adjacent back habitat all the way to the center of this habitat and do a head first exit out of the water and a head first re-entry into the water. Now we have a trainer here that is kind of a helper for these animals to remind them exactly where they're supposed to do this jump. So she has a long stick with a white buoy on the end. This is called a target pole. And she's simply going to tap it on the surface of the water to tell the whales where to jump. Now the first whale doing this behavior is going to be Pearl. Now Pearl has been sent on that behavior from the adjacent back habitat. We are going to tell her exactly the location which we would like her to jump. Here she is. And that was fantastic. That was exactly what we were looking for. Now eventually we're going to take some of these training wheels off. We're going to have the target pole not tap so hard. We'll just have a lighter tap. Or maybe we'll just have the trainer stand there. And then eventually we'll remove that prompt altogether. These are all approximations or baby steps to help us get to that final behavior where she doesn't need any help. She would just need that hand signal. So she's been sent once again. Let's see if this Pearl can remember exactly where she jumped last time. Here she is. And that was fantastic. Now she did that jump without that target pole tap. She did take that next step forward, which is fantastic. Now if you were paying very close attention, you might have noticed a little sound. It's called a whistle or a bridge, and that tells Pearl, yes, that was exactly what we were looking for. Come back to your trainer and get something fun. So we're also working on this behavior with a whale named Chrissy. Now Chrissy is 39 years old, so she is an older whale. But she can still learn. She's still learning new things. So she has been sent on this behavior. She's on her way out here. So we're going to tell her the location we would like her to jump and do that same behavior as Pearl. And there she was. That was fantastic. And I think we're going to see if Chrissy can do this one more time. Now, like I said, we're going to draw lots of positive attention to this behavior that we like to see. That can be through fish, but it can also be through a variety of other things that each individual animal seems to enjoy. So that might be a back rub, or a belly rub, or it could be some toys, or environmental enrichment devices. Each animal is a little bit different, and that's part of our job as trainers, is to figure out what each animal seems to enjoy. So Chrissy has been sent on that behavior one last time. Let's see if she can remember where she jumped. There it is! That was fantastic! Everyone give it up for Chrissy and Pearl. Now we are going to bring us to the next segment of our presentation where we introduce you all to our Pacific white-sided dolphins. So you all got a glimpse of these dolphins at the beginning of our presentation, but we learned a lot about the beluga whales, and so we're going to learn a lot about the Pacific white-sided dolphins as well. So just like their name implies, the Pacific white-sided dolphins can be found in the Pacific Ocean, from California all the way to Japan. They are what is known as a pelagic species, and this word means that they are not found close to shore, but instead found far off the coast in the deeper open ocean, which means that they're quite difficult to find. So a lot of people don't know about this species of dolphin, but it also means that they are very difficult to study. So a lot of what we know about this species is from caring for them at facilities just like SeaWorld. Now we are actually one of only 2 facilities in the entire United States that is lucky enough to care for this species of dolphin. Now there are over 30 species of dolphin that live in the ocean. These are just one of them. Now you usually think of the typical bottlenose dolphin that's gray from head to tail, but these dolphins